74th and Tracy near Waldo.
Plus, we're going to look ahead to our next opportunity for more rain and thunderstorms.
Strong storms leaving damage and thousands still without power. Good evening, everybody. I'm Chris Ketz.
And I'm Laura Moritz. The cleanup and power restoration is expected to take days. Our meteorologist gave you the first alert and kept you informed during the storm. And we have team coverage tonight as our crews in the field show you the damage.
We begin with KMBC 9's Peyton Headley live in Kansas City, Kansas. Peyton.
Yeah, and there is quite a bit of cleanup to go. This is one of the spots we showed you earlier this afternoon. You can see that tree branch heavily relying on that power line right now. It's one of the spots that crews still have to get to, but this storm really left its mark on this side of the state line.
It was pretty crazy.
Before the storm stopped, Aaron Swartz was already cleaning up.
It's been a long time since we've had a storm come through here like this.
His backyard saw the most damage. Branches fell from this tree, breaking his outdoor lights and falling on his furniture.
It was to a point where these trees were literally almost 30, 40 degrees bending that way.
His neighbors saw similar damage.
Look at this. Can you believe it?
Leaves, branches, and downed trees covered their Shawnee neighborhood.
We're talking large limbs that are going to take a better part of a day and a half to get after for sure.
In KCK, the strong winds knocked this tree branch onto the top of a home. That's also where utility crews made quick work clearing obstructed power lines. Fallen trees were a familiar scene in Fairway. The trunk is all that remains of this one. Winds took the branches, falling on two houses and a car. Just down the road on Shawnee Mission Parkway, crews wasted no time clearing debris for drivers.
It's going to be a little bit of a cleanup tomorrow for sure.
That cleanup spanning up and down state line. And in terms of other damage here in KCK, it looks like a lot of the homeowners and property owners here are making quick work of it. Earlier, there were a lot of branches in all the yards, on the roads, but it appears as if most of those are gone now. So people being very proactive, getting these branches out of their property. Live in KCK, Peyton Headley, KMBC 9 News.
Progress tonight. Peyton, thanks. Let's show you some of the worst damage on the other side of the state line.
KMBC 9's Matt Fleener spoke to a woman who was inside her car when a tree fell on it in the Waldo area of Kansas City, Missouri.
We're at 74th and Tracy near Waldo, and you take a look back over here and see a tree that is on top of a car. There are several scenes around this area, really all across the metro area. We actually talked to a woman earlier today near 75th and Charlotte. She said that a tree came down on top of her car while she was sitting inside scrolling TikTok.
The front windshield is all the way in and the back is all the way busted out. The two back ones are cracked, but the passenger door is wedged open because that's where I was able to kind of kick and get open.
Thankfully, no injuries to that woman there, but there are scenes like this all across the metro. There will be a lot of insurance claims over the next weeks and months. In South Kansas City, Matt Fleener, KMBC 9 News.
And we're getting an update on power outages tonight. As the storm moved in, power lines quickly came down in Topeka, Lawrence, and eventually the Kansas City area. Right now, over 138,000 people are without power. At the height of the storm, 186,000 were without power. Many of those Evergy customers, but that number includes customers of the BPU and KCK and Independence Power and Light. Evergy says it will take days to get all the lights back on, but it's using more than 1,000 people to do that job. It's reached out to utility companies in Iowa, Colorado, Oklahoma, and Missouri for help.
And now to First Alert meteorologist Neville Miller, who's in for Brian. And Neville, first of all, good job for giving us that First Alert all throughout the afternoon. And tonight we're in the clear?
We are in the clear. So severe weather threat, that is done for us. In fact, looking at radar, not much to see. So in the local area, about 6 hours ago, we were dealing with 60, 70, 80, almost 90 mile an hour wind gusts with that line. Right now, we're a lot calmer. In fact, we get a really pretty sunset, which is nice. I know there's a lot of cleanup out there. A lot of you still without power. You might just be watching us on the app right now, and I'll show you those power outage numbers for the metro here coming up in about 10 minutes. Otherwise, across the rest of the area, completely dry for the Kansas side. A few lingering showers closer to Warsaw on the Missouri side. Other than that, the rain is long gone. We're seeing that clearing sky, and that's a trend that'll continue for tonight. The clouds are going to keep moving out. We'll have a northwest breeze. Temperatures are comfortable right now. So If you have lost power and you're watching us on the app, at least it's not hot outside. We're in the low 70s right now, middle 60s overnight. And then tomorrow morning, with the rain, the wind will be relatively light. We might wake up to a little bit of fog in the morning tomorrow. Temperatures in the upper 60s. We'll continue with that northwest wind. We do have more rain and thunderstorm chances as we close out the weekend, and I'll go through that timeline on Future Scan coming up.
We are tracking storm damage tonight all over our area. Many trees are down throughout Johnson County, Kansas. First Alert meteorologist Nick Bender found one on top of a car at Santa Fe and Antioch in Overland Park.
Extensive tree damage here all across Overland Park. This tree dropped by winds in excess of 70 miles per hour. Unfortunately, didn't just land in a parking lot, but it landed on top of this car. And we've seen other scenes where trees have come down on people's garages, on people's homes, and on their vehicles, and especially over those power lines. It's going to take days to recover in some areas, get that power turned back on from one of the worst windstorms in recent years to hit Kansas City.
Well, many streets in the city often flood in weather like this, like parts of Southwest Boulevard on the city's west side. Part of the street underwater as the storm rolled through, but drivers still took a chance by driving in that water, hoping they wouldn't stall. Northbound I-35 at West Penway is back open tonight, but here's what it looked like as the storm roared into town. This is traffic approaching the southwest corner of the downtown loop. You can see inbound traffic slowing to pass through high water, and the backup reached all the way to Cambridge Circle on I-35.
High winds from the storm ripped through Kansas City's Brookside neighborhood this afternoon. Down tree limbs littered many of the canopy streets there. KMBC's Andy Alcock shows us the damage to one brand new vehicle.
It is quite a mess here in the Brookside neighborhood of Kansas City. There are tree limbs all over the place. The biggest one we found down is this one. Check it out. It landed right on top of this SUV. The owner tells us it's a 2022. He just had his tires rotated. There's only 24,000 miles on it. He's already been on the phone with his insurance company, but right now somebody's going to have to move this tree. Now we're told, if you take a look up here, you can actually see where the limb broke off from the tree and then crashed right down. It is completely blocking Summit Street here in Brookside. Now, we are also told by neighbors that they have tried to call the city's 311 line for assistance to have somebody come out and do something about this tree potentially, but they've been unable to get through, probably because a lot of people are trying. So they have gone online to send messages to let the city know what's going on. Additionally, as you can see, this tree also took out part of a street light, and it does not appear that the wire is live at this point. But there's clearly quite a big mess, so it's going to take some time to get this all straightened out. And right now, obviously, no through traffic on this street. In Kansas City's Brookside neighborhood, Andy Alcock, KMBC 9 News.
Kansas City firefighters responded to 200 calls in less than 3 hours, and those came in between 4:30 and 7. Calls ranged from lines down, trees down, high water rescues, and car accidents. Only 2 turned out to be true fires. Neither of those had any injuries. The fire department wants to remind people to not enter any high water and don't attempt to move power lines yourself. One Kansas City firefighter is cleaning up damage at his own home. A tree fell on his roof. Thankfully, no one was home at the time. The fire department shared these photos, and this is near 80th and Wyandotte. Take a look at how this trunk, it just split in two. And here you can see part of a wall has been ripped away from the structure. And while this happened, the firefighter was on duty helping other homeowners with similar damage.
Well, obviously, as we've seen, the storm knocked down trees everywhere.
Off East 23rd in Oakley, a tree smashed into a car, but in this case, no one was inside. KMBC 9's Jackson Kurtz has a closer look at the caved-in roof.
Well, not too many limbs down here on East 23rd Street and Oakley Avenue, but there are a couple trees that came down for these storms. Take a look at this huge tree that just smashed on this car. Not exactly uprooted, but definitely impacted by this weather just falling on this car. Thankfully, looks like nobody was inside, but feeling for this person tonight having to deal with this. This is the biggest tree that we've seen from the storm falling down from the storms that rolled in. We had a couple big stretches of just powerful winds and rain for a little bit there, but for the rest of the day, it just was light rain and occasional lightning and thunder every 5 or 10 minutes or so. But this tree pretty impressive to show how powerful these just small stretch of storms were in a short period of time, impacting neighborhoods around Kansas City, in this case, East 23rd Street and Oakley Avenue, to show you the impact these storms can have. From Kansas City, Jackson Kurtz, KMBC 9 News.
Merriam Public Works crews and police officers are clearing tree debris off streets right now. The city says it'll offer free tree limb curbside pickup next week. Those dates will be announced soon. And Prairie Village says it will also announce limb collection plans soon.
If you don't know what to do with any debris in your yard, we have storm resources up on KMBC.com right now. It's on our homepage. It outlines where you can take any yard waste and tracks all power outages.